Okay, here we go again, and here we go. Without any fucking script as I regularly do, and just I wanted to say that we are having now pretty nice weather, just to maybe warming up a little bit, like in the short run. I mean not that long run, warming up like we have on our just globe elsewhere. These humidity and temperature conditions change just globally, and I'm not about that. I'm about our nicest spring thing, as they all those like things come together during springtime, like warming up, or naked girls, like wherever they begin to undress, and all the just entertaining mood begins to happen in our minds, and just on our just all of the mood that we have here in our vicinities, on our nicest city called the city of humanity, the city of humanity in which I live in, and I'm happy and proud about that. And that's my rambling story up to now. Just I didn't prepare for my video shoot at all. Just maybe I wanted to sound more like, I don't know, maybe, but not by the grammar kind of guy, but I just like I breathe in my first native language, then I breathe my American English, and the things I say, they are just periods I reveal during my speech. They're all natural, like I do in my first native language. If I prepared in advance, probably in much better way, then probably my American English would be flawless without any fucking grammar mistakes or pronunciation mistakes, without any of those mistakes at all. But as soon as I don't prepare to my video shoots, that here and there you might just see my just grammatical mistakes, and just, I don't know, maybe wrong words, not wrong pronunciation things. And I prefer, like, I don't know, like I breathe, like I don't literally speak, I breathe. And speaking about breathing language, if you just get familiar with that stuff and you are learning something, it begins to feel like I don't know, your natural thing that you've always had a board, and it's like not a knowledge anymore. It's not like a separate skill anymore. It's like your ingrained feature that you've always had. Like you began from very first moment you start to feel like you feel that hunch, like you're already there in that language, and you don't need any fucking extra stuff, any extra fluff in it. Just without any fucking translation, goes right to your backbone. As soon as I started to feel that, I don't know, maybe after New Year, I started to feel that I don't know, crucial crunch that happened inside me, that I switched on and I turned on my adorable Bloomberg channel. I felt like kind of like I'm fine. I don't feel anymore like I want to be just interpreting my brain from English into my first native language. My first language is my American English nowadays. It began existing already. I don't know what could happen to me, and what happened already to me, and how I felt that crunch. I don't know. Maybe with all those years of my studying, of my learning my American English, I began like, I don't know, like a fish in the ocean. I feel that stuff. I don't need any just explanatory things being there. No any things at all. Just me and American English. And I spotted the fact that I tend to follow only higher rate of speech. I'm not interested in middle rate of speech anymore. I'm interested more about highly paced paces of fluent American voice, as they do those voices on news channels. Like like I said, I follow Bloomberg channel and I follow CNN, but CNN like slightly lower paced thing. I don't want to follow CNN because I don't want. I mean, I do take interest in what they say, but globally and on the whole, I should say that I tend to follow Bloomberg because they do things more just in rush, very saying very rapidly things they want to say, and they sound them out, and that's how I get the mood, how they speak, and I get it bored, and I start to use those things they use in their speech, and that how it starts feels like you're ingrained natural thing, like you're burning that skill on board, and what I can add, nothing needs to be there, nothing needs to be said anymore except what's been said. I have all those ruffle surfaces, they call them, here and there, not polished points of my American English. I know about their existence. I know they exist and they will exist as soon as I will live. I hope I will. And anyways, it begins like, I don't know, like I said, like this mood that you have in which you speak, and you get the point. If you are just a persistent learner, or if you are a second, maybe American version of English language, which I tend to do, then you get the whole picture what I'm just ranting about, right? And forgive me, I have to sip some water. I'm thirsty. I haven't sipped some water in a long while. Throughout the whole today's day, I should say. Please bear all my stuff that happens here. I feel much better now. I should say that my small finger begins to heal, and I burned it, as I said, and I burned it with the steam went out of my kettle. My cap of my kettle went sideways, and it released the steam out of the kettle. It went out of my finger, burned it. It hurt. It hurt, and it isn't hurting. It doesn't hurt me like anymore. But I feel like I cannot just squeeze it completely. I can't bend it thoroughly and completely, and I can actually, but I have to tear my skin that way, and I don't want to do that because it has to heal for a longer period of time, and then I will. Probably my skin will be stretched the degree it was previously. It needs no influence from outside and from any I don't know, maybe doctors and any medical standpoint. It doesn't need any intervention in it. I hope it won't be following some bad way. It will be following on a good way, and definitely will. Anyways, with my today's ramblings, I wanted to say a couple of words about our today's activities, and later actually we were in a circle, in a group, in a circle like we regularly do our regular venue when we do and where we do our regular English speaking and American speaking missions, and as all those regulars of American spot, they gather there, they do what they want, they speak fluently in the American version of English. I'm amongst those pips, and I'm proud of that. And let's say today we did what? Today we just bantered about some fluff and shit and not important things. As always, like there was a question put on the flagpole of today's consideration. That the thing was actually Ireland said, what would be the weirdest superpower that you probably would have, and you wouldn't need it, and that you wouldn't be needing that superpower, but you have it. What the weirdest not needed superpower would you have? And I replied like I said like kind of thing that I was like see my not important redundant superpower is being able to jump sideways at a long distance, and everyone was grinning like dying out of laughter, and just to me was included in that laughter, and that just we were dying out of whatever. Just I don't know. In the very beginning of our today's meeting, I proposed some guy to have a pill with vitamin C, and I was like, bro, have this nicest pill. It's happy. Have a pill. Once you have it, you'll begin to smile. It's have a pill. And there was grinning again, smiling again, laughing again, and I showed the blister with those pills, and I showed the notice saying like vitamin C, not any extra fluff in it. Meaning just implying like that might be a drug pill or whatever, just to bring self-deprecating humor in that thing, and I did actually by showing that to just blister with the notice saying that vitamin C was in it, no any drugs, no any, I don't know, just maybe drug pills or whatever. Again, just was me and that vitamin C brewing some entertaining mood in our today's conversation, as I call it. Okay, anyways, guys, I wouldn't be ranting for too long for tonight, because I just wanted to just practice, just speak, because do you fucking see any people around me to speak with American? Do you see any? Don't you? And that's why I'm speaking a lot. I'm doing my just silly soliloquies about some shit and fluff and just redundant things. Not particularly redundant things, but I speak a lot of mostly predominantly about stuff that I have around me. I tend to describe the items and objects I have in my apartment. And speaking about my apartment, I have a huge disorder of my apartment. If you're a good gal, have mercy on me and just come to my place, clean it up, and we will be fucking after that. And if you will, then good for you. Just come along and we'll see how it materializes. Our just love story and stuff that I reported you about. And if you are just nice boy, don't come to my apartment. Don't go to my apartment. I don't want any boys in my apartment. Only gals, only good and bitchy and slutty gals. And I am not about just abusing any kind of humanity who might be called like women. I'm not about abusing them at all. I'm just practicing my spoken American, and just that's been my apartment, my silly mood of my today's video shoot. And if you get everything, if you got something out of this video shoot, then I just applaud you. In the literal meaning, I am applauding you for your tolerating, for your tolerance to this shit that you've been tolerating me for too long. Let's say, I know, more than 11 minutes now, and 11, not 11, but 20 seconds now, 22, 23, 24, 25, count goes on and counts like every hour. Just count would be counting down the road, counting down the laugh track, and counting down our laugh tracks, I should say, in a good way. Measuring our time units in a good way, the time units of our laugh tracks. And I'm proud that I'm alive, and I'm happy to bring these just shit on this channel just to speak American for a little bit. If it's been something entertaining and enlightening for me, even comment me down below in the section. Presumably that exists for that purpose, for that particular purpose of commenting some anchors on YouTube channels. I'm me included, about being an anchor on this channel. It's my channel. I'm the owner of my own channel, and I'm the only and the happiest anchor of all the YouTube channels that even might exist on this whole YouTube space that you call it your adorable YouTube. It's been me for you, and just bear all this shit that happens here. Subscribe, unsubscribe, do what you want. You're right about your own life track, how you go it, how you treat it, how you perceive it, and no one just can tell you what to do in your life. And only you in your life track. Follow your wrong things. Never quit out of doing those. It's Alex making things for us always silly and stupid. And if you got something again useful, then be my colleague. See you in a while. See you soon. Practice. Never quit doing that. Bye. Pleasure.